Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another tarot reading for the segment that I have that is called the K-pop experience from the perspective of an energetic tarot reading. So today's subject is going to be about K-pop idols that are becoming parents or are actually about to become parents or already are. I'm referring to the case of Icon's Bobby. His son was born a few days ago, so congratulations to the fandom. I'm really happy for you. I really like Bobby's energy, and I think that what this journey and this phase of his life that he's entering together with his fiance is going to be very important, not only for him as a person but also for the K-pop community, because we also have Bing Bang Taeyong, that he's also his wife is expecting a child also. So there's a lot of news, about these K-pop idols being active and in the process of becoming parents. So I wanted to see energetically through the tarot how this will affect like the K-pop community, the fandoms, and that even if this in the future will become a kind of, it will be like taken more like normally, like more normal, like and that how it will evolve when it comes to their careers. So I pulled cards from the Oracle of the Chakras and then one extra card from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. So let's start with the cards that we got. We got the card of Illumination, Perception, Self-Esteem, and Abundance. Then we have the card of Body and Soul. So let's start with the reading. I remember you all that this is just an energetic reading. I'm not focusing on anyone on specific. I'm just taking this subject that it's about K-pop idols becoming parents. So let's see. It could also mean, in the future, probably like K-pop female idols also becoming mothers. So let's see how this will evolve. And starting, actually, these cards, are really profound. And I'm really happy actually to see it, because I somehow was able to see that there are a lot of people that are supporting their artists that are becoming or that are entering into the parenthood. So I seeing this, at least from my perspective, I was like, oh, that's really nice that there are a lot of people that are being really supportive of this new chapter and of this new era, of this new experience, because it's not only like it seems like it's becoming like more normal, or it's been normalized. So it seems like there are a lot of people that actually are like connecting with their artists from a very personal and deep space. And it's not just like, oh, I'm congratulating you because you are a member of my favorite group. It's not about hypocrisy. It's not about you being loyal to a group, or you being a loyal fan and you being, okay, I'm going to support whatever you do. I think that truly this at least this spread that I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a lot of illumination. I'm seeing a lot of awareness. I'm seeing a lot of disponibility and willingness to be as open as possible when it comes to accepting that idols can have this very personal experience and share it with the public. I think that people will be able from now on to accept more, to, like I said, to treat it more normally, that their idols are going to get married or are going to become a parent, and that they will still be able to make music and be still the idol that they admire, that they are not less of an artist because they have children or because they are married. I think that there's a high level of awareness here that's coming from the fans and from people around them that are slowly like getting used to the idea of, probably in the past there was like a bit of a commotion, but now it's a bit more like taken a bit more like being more understanding, because it's like, and I think that this is happening this way because there's also there's something about the artist, the way these artists manifested or were open about the kind of message that they delivered to their fans when all of these things were happening in their private life. I think that some idols definitely need to take notes about how to deliver properly a news to the fans, So I think that in the case of Bobby and in the case of, I'm not talking about Taeyong because Taeyong was married for a long time, but in the case of Bobby, the letter that he wrote to the fans, he was very clear and concise about the message that he wanted to deliver. He wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He was like opening his heart about that he's living a very important instance in his personal life, and that he wants you to know, he wants the fans to know that he is in a very happy moment, but he's not asking for permission. So I think that this is something that idols probably need to, if they are able to do so, to take into consideration for the future, for their future statements, because there's nothing to hide, nothing to be ashamed, So starting with the card of illumination, definitely when the idols that are like in this stage of making a commitment with someone, getting married or thinking about getting engaged, and having these relationships, and I'm talking about serious relationships, about relationships that have a long time. I think that with the first card, that is illumination, it means that there was a moment in their personal journey and in this connection with their special someone, that they were somehow like illuminated. They had this kind of eureka moment where they were like whoa, their mind suddenly like opened up, and they were like, okay, this is the one, or this that I'm feeling is something that I cannot hide because I do not feel ashamed of what I'm living. And I think that the process of falling in love and the process of living very intimate moments with someone, it's something that also has taught them. And I think that probably in the future, a lot of idols that will also take the risk to announce these kinds of things, they will feel the same. They will feel like there will come to an instance where they will feel a sort of illumination and a sort of enlightenment when it comes to their perception, and they will be like, okay, I have to do this. They, of course, that they will be really mindful about how to proceed, but at the same time, this will be like a very intimate moment to make that decision. especially they will not be so cold about it. They will be like, okay, this is what I feel, this is what I'm feeling for this person, this is what I'm living with this person. I want i want everyone to know about this. And I also think that love, falling in love, and the process of like having children, or like creating something with someone, with a special someone, is also like making them feel connect with a very deep and very spiritual side of themselves, because we have the kind of self-esteem. So definitely the process of them coming out with the news and being able to announce that they are getting married, that they are about to become parents, that they are parents, is like it's adding to their self-image, to their self-love, to their self-acceptance. It's like, okay, I'm accepting myself, I'm accepting my circumstances as a human and as an artist. I'm taking responsibility, and I'm coming out, and I'm like letting people know that I'm going through a very abundant moment in my life, because then we have the card of abundance. So definitely these kinds of news is not a sad news. It's nothing that they are like, oh, I'm so ashamed, I have to hide it. No, not at all. I think that for the idols that will go through the same in the future, they will get a sense of finally being able to own their own experience, and being like, okay, I need to share this, because this experience is making me feel alive, and it's making me feel so proud, and it's making me feel like a strong passion inside. So, and it's also helping them connect with abundance. You know that sometimes abundance is not only about financial issues. You know, it's not about the material realm. You know, about like, oh, I'm making money. I'm like I'm working. I'm having all these opportunities to make money. This is more like sharing a very intimate moment where you feel abundant, because you are creating a life, and because you are committed to someone. You know, you created something with a special someone that you consider precious for you. So I think that the fact that in the future there will be a lot of people allowing themselves to share this with the fans, it will bring them more abundance. That despite of everyone's opinions or everyone fears about how this kind of news will impact the group's image, actually I think that this kind of honesty, this kind of sincerity is going to bring them a lot of abundance to the future artists, or to the people in the future that will go through same situations. I think that they will be able to be like, okay, if this person has done it and he is able to get all this support, I want to do it too. So this will be very encouraging for them. This is why I think that Bobby's case, in the case of Taeyong, is showing you that even though there's a part of K-pop that probably is still toxic, then you have these amazing fandoms that are arranging baby showers for their idols. So times are changing, dynamics are changing, and there are people that are ruling for love, and that are ruling for their idols' happiness. So these are moments of abundance. And you know why the car of self-esteem is here? Because the fact that the fandom is so happy for them is also letting them know and making them feel loved and appreciated as people. Because they also, I think that these artists, of course that they fear for their career. They must have some kind of fears about coming out with this news, you know, about not everyone liking it. But somehow they took the chance. And now this is enabling others to do the same. And I think that there will be a good moment for K-pop. It will definitely will take a lot of courage, but I think that the fact that other artists are doing it is bringing like more, like I said, more awareness, more like possibilities. Like what if I do it too? You know, what if I allow myself to share this with my fans? You know, I'm not saying here that you will get this kind of news like every day now, that it will be like very common and you will hear these kinds of news every day, or it will be very like frequent, it will happen frequently. But when it will happen, you will sense an atmosphere of love and acceptance more than, like, you know, hate comments or people criticizing. Of course that there's always going to be someone criticizing, because this is how human nature works. But you will, if you focused, if you, and this also has to do with the way that the idol delivers the message. This is what I was talking about Bobby's example. The way he delivered the news, he wasn't apologetic. You know, he wasn't like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry." Like, he probably said he was sorry about not letting the fans know when it happened. But this is something very personal, so you cannot like tell someone, oh, you should have done this and this and this, when it's their life. You know, we're all improvising in life. We do not have all the answers and all the perfect procedures about how to live. You know, sometimes life happens and babies come on the way. So I think that it will be a very abundant and prosperous moment for them. And they will also, I think that you will get also to see happier idols. I think that this is something that maybe if fans that are listening to this are worried about their idols' well-being, or are really desire from the bottom of their heart that their idols find happiness in their personal lives, I think that the possibility of them coming out with news like this, you know, or dating news, and being like, okay, I'm in love, I'm with someone that I really care about, sharing these kinds of intimate moments without saying sorry for loving someone. I think that is going to help also idols connect with self-esteem, and with also experiencing a kind of joy about their careers, and not feeling like, oh, my career is over because I'm dating someone, or because I'm getting married. You know, I think that this is showing them that there's an after, you know, there's no end, that actually the fans, that is true, that the fans will be loyal, you know, that they are not disappointing anyone, that they are just living their lives, you know, as young people, as young adults. They are experiencing life, and they are also working really hard for the fans. It's not that because they have partners they work less, you know. It's actually, this is what I always mention every time I read for an idol. Sometimes people glamorize a lot about, oh, I wish I could date this idol, oh, I wish I were this idol's girlfriend. And actually they have no idea how sometimes it's not the glamorous to be the girlfriend or the wife, because actually famous people, they are very devoted to their fans, and they work a lot of hours and days and holidays to be there for to provide inspiration for their fans. So maybe sometimes being the girlfriend is not that glamorous as people think, like, oh, because they are dating, they must see each other every day And no, they never stop working. They never stop working. So you need to be, if you want to be their girlfriend or their special someone, you need to have a certain level of awareness, acceptance, and also being really like open-minded about the fact that you will have to share them with their fans, because they live their lifestyle. It's about creating content for their fans. So yes, they are busy. And then the last card, that is Body and Soul. I think that Body and Soul is also very beautiful and very deep card, because it talks about how when they make the decision to actually coming out with the news, is because they really thought about this and how meaningful this decision is. It's not something that they were like, okay, they were like forced to do, or there's like management, and marketing in the middle. It's something that they had studied a lot, and that it's something that they really need in their spirit. They need to experience these kinds of growth and mature. I think that, and when it comes to these people that are sharing this news, they really are like connecting with this experience of parenthood from a very deep place. That it's body and soul. It's a body and soul experience. It's something that they are taking the responsibility, but they are also letting you know that they are really happy, that they really are being true to their fans, and they are being vulnerable, and that they are being like, they understand that sometimes there are fans that may not like it, but that these decisions, these things that happen in their private life, if they share it, is because they feel a kind of pride, and they feel like good things can happen to them in their personal lives as well. Because you don't want your idol just to be a workaholic, being working all the time in front of a camera and never. And it's not about giving them a break and being like, oh, yes, go on vacation so you can smile more. No, it's not about that. It's about connections. We are humans. We long for connection. We long for falling in love and finding someone that we can show ourselves raw in a very intimate and uncensored kind of way. So for them to find love and to find the possibility to build a family with someone, to build something that can last, it's something. It's an experience of body and soul. It's a very intimate experience. So this is why they want to share it. It's not for publicity. It's. I think that these people probably were at some point given the opportunity to hide it, or to avoid the subject, or to be like, okay, if you're not ready, maybe we will make it so nobody knows. And they were brave enough to say, no, I want everyone to know. So let's celebrate honesty as well, and humanity. So yes, guys, this is all I have for this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it, and of course that I would love to hear from your perspective. How do you feel about this new era of parents and K-pop idols that we are living in today? I from my perspective, I'm really happy for them. So, but we'll see what the future brings to these idols and their fandoms. So I hope that they will have a lot of more joyful news to share with us, and that they feel comfortable and confident enough to share it, and not to be sorry all the time for living their lives. So yes, guys, this is all I have for today. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.